Somebody has somebody has a general idea about functions. Some general idea. What is all about functions? Why do we study functions and all?
Yes. I like make parabolas or something.
Yeah, I have a general understanding, but a very basic understanding.
Okay. Y equals to fx. How many of you have heard this?
I have.
I have.
Y equals to fx. Okay. Now, first thing that we want to learn, the first very basic that we want to learn. Okay. We see a lot of expressions, right? We see a lot of expressions that are there in the available in books and all. We say fx is equals to 2x plus 1. We say fx is equals to x square minus 2x plus 1. And then we also say fx is equals to 1 by x cube. And then we also say fx is equals to 1 by x plus 1, like this. Okay. Now, this is all expressions. Of course, these are expressions. But how they are written? They are written in function form. They are written in functions form. Okay. I could have written something like this also. Y equals to 2x plus 1. Y equals to x square minus 2x plus 1. And I could have also written y equals to 1 by x cube and y equals to 1 by x plus 1. Okay. I could have written it. Yes or no? I could have written it, right?
Yes.
Now, can each of these expressions that you are seeing here, okay, can be written in their corresponding function form or not? That is the first question we need to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I repeat my question. Can each of these expression, this is what is called expression. Okay. These are generally algebraic expressions. Okay. And these are written in function form. Function representation actually. So is it possible that all of these expressions that we are seeing here on the right hand side can be written in their function form or not? That is the first basic thing that we need to understand. Am I clear on the question, please?
Yeah.
Yes. How?
Yes.
Okay. How many of you say that yes, this is all okay, fine, or no?
I say yes.
Okay.
I say yes as well.
I say
It's
yes.
okay.
I say yes.
I say yes.
Okay. Now, so guys, here is the thing that we need to understand. First is the answer is no. You cannot write each and every y equals to this expression as fx form. Why you cannot write? There are certain rules basically to write an expression in a function form. What are those rules that we need to understand? Now you can say, sir, I see so many functions written like this in books and all. Does they all follow the rules? Ideally, yes. The answer is ideally yes. They should be following that rules. If somebody has written it, like I can write any expression like this in the function form without even understanding that does it qualifies to be written in the function form, then it may be a mistake. But in general, you cannot just pick something, write it in the function form. No. Okay. How do we understand that? Now, all these things can have some sort of graph. Okay, some sort of graph. Now the graphs can be something like this. Let's say this is graph number 1. It has a straight line like this. Okay. Let's say graph number 2. It has a circle like this. Graph number 3. It has a parabola like this. Graph number 4. Okay. It has a parabola like this. Okay. Number 5. It has a representation like this. Okay. And graph number 6. It has a representation like this. something like this. But there are 6 different types of representation. Okay. Now the criteria is we will learn something about vertical line test. Okay, in which we will be doing some rainfall basically. What is that rainfall? You see like this. Okay, the rain is falling straight like this. Something like this. Okay. And now the rainfall drops, if they all intersect that graph only at one point. Only at one point. Okay.
Is it that line? Is it that 6 and 4 and 2 are wrong?
We'll come to that point. Don't rush. Don't rush. We'll come to that point. If this graph means it is a graph, but it's a straight line graph. Okay. Now this straight line graph that we're talking about, if in this rainfall, okay, or you can say vertical lines, if they all intersect at one point like this, 1, 2, this, fine. We can say this qualifies to be a represented by a function expression. So that means if y equals to 2x plus 1, this can always be written in function form. Why is it so? Because somewhere down the line, we know that this 2x plus 1 is actually representing a straight line. Okay. So all straight line, possibly, if we do the straight line dissection from vertical line, basically, they will all have one intersection point. In that case, what do we say? We say it passes the vertical line test. And if it passes the vertical line test, we call it yes. This expression can be written in function form. Now, think about this circle, vertical line test. Two distinct points. You see, two distinct points. Okay. These do not qualify to be represented in terms of a function. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
This parabola, if you see, all intersections are at one point. Does it qualify to be a written in function form?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Correct. What about this number 5?
Yes.
Just 2 people answered me. What happened?
Yeah.
Some more.
Yes.
Yes. Kanatri.
Yes.
But you, Amruta. Yes. Okay. Okay. What about number 6? Pranati, Prabhakar.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Number 4, Sampath, Lakshita,
No.
Ishan.
No.
So we all understood what is the underlying fact behind representing or knowing about a function. How can we say a relation? This is the relation. Okay. What relation? Using expression, we have related y and x. So this is mere relation. Okay. A relation is a function if it passes this vertical line test. We are clear? Anybody who is not clear, please. Anybody who is not clear.
Wait, can you repeat what you just said? Because like mine lagged.
This is a relation. It can be represented in terms of function if it passes the vertical line test. Passes, not fails. Am I making sense? Everybody is clear here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'll do one thing. I'll try to put that in numbers basically. Now, what are those numbers? I'll say that A has a set and B has a set. Okay. A has a set and B has a set. Okay. Now what is A? A is representing all sorts of, let's say X values. Okay. X values. A represent all X values. Let's write down X values. X values. And this represent Y values. Okay. Now, I'll do one thing. If I say 1, 2, 3, and this becomes 4, 5, 6. This was your graph. Now, this is your set of numbers. Okay. If A is 1, 2, 3, which are the X values, and the corresponding B represent Y values, can it be called a function?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It
My
Yeah.
audio
can,
lagged a bit,
it's
so
like
can you
not
repeat the question again?
depending on the number.
A, which represents X values, okay, Y represents, B represents Y values, okay? Values has been given. Can it be a function or not a function?
In this case, it can be.
It can be a
I
function.
think it can be function.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for a relation to be a function, does it have to have like a line connecting all the points?
Not necessarily. It's
Okay.
not necessary that a function will qualify only when there's a line connecting all the dots. No. You said there is a parabola which is open upwards, right? This is also a function. Right?
Yeah.
There is no straight line question. It's just that when we drop the lines, they should all intersect at one point.
Okay. Thank you.
Am I clear? Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in circle, what is happening? Try to understand. I'm going to say a very, very important point. Please concentrate here. Circle is not a function because in the vertical line test, one vertical line test when it crosses, it intersects at two different points, right? That is why it fails. Am I clear here? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you think in other words, let's say this is 0, 0, right? Let's say 0, 0 coordinate point. Let's say this is 3 coordinate point, 3, 0. Okay. Now, when x is equals to 3, y has a positive 2, let's say 2, 0, 2. Sorry. Y has a positive 2 means 3, 2 here. And here also a negative 3. Sorry, this is 3 and negative 2. Now, this is a very crucial point, guys. Please try to understand it very, very clear. This is 3, 0. This is 3 minus 2. Now, what is happening in case of circle? In case of circle, when you take any one point here, okay, let's say this be 3, 0, okay. This is actually, for example, becomes 3, 5. And there is also one more value which is called 3 minus 5. How many of you understood this point?
I understand.
I understand.
Yes. Others, please.
Can you go over that last bit again?
Yeah, I understand.
If you take a circle for one value of x, okay, here, one value of x, then x is equals to 3, y can be both plus 5 and minus 5. Am I making sense?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay. In this case, it is not a function. We know this from the vertical line test. Am I clear? So can I also say, when I take these numbers here, if For one value of x, which is equals to 3, if we get two different values of y, then it disqualifies to be a function.
Yes, you can say that.
It's from one person. What happened?
I
Guys, if
agree.
it is getting tough, please let me know. But I would like to hear from
I agree.
everybody that yes, sir, I am following up. Janatri, are you following?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Krishna,
I
Lakshita,
understand.
are you understanding?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Samhita, Prabhakar.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So we got this done. So x value f1, y value has two distinct values for the same x value, then it disqualifies to be a function. In this case, is there any value of x which corresponds to two different values at b?
No.
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 We can say this is a function.
No.
Okay. Now, if I say this is 2 and this is 7, what will happen?
It won't be a function because there are the two repeats, so there are two of the x values are the same.
One person
Yeah.
has answered me. What about others?
I agree. So I think it's not a function because there's two y's for the same x.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. Are we all clear? Krishna, Ishan, Nihita, how about you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we are clear, right? This is a very much a sad question. Identify the function set. They'll simply write identify the set which is actually a function. Okay, there'll be two ABs given, two A and B. You just have to think that is there one single value of x where there are two different values of y. If you find that, that itself do not represent a function. We are clear, right? Anybody has any doubts?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. So function, we are in this way we identify. First of all is the graphical method. If the graph is not given, some kind of coordinates are given, this is how you identify it. Okay, that's very, very important. Okay, now I am going to make three different diagrams. Anybody who wants to take a snapshot, please go ahead. Okay, now in other words, how can we understand in terms of a relation? How do we understand that this is a function and this is not a function? Okay, so we'll say, and you will find this in books also. You can say that this is A, let's say this is A, and this is B. Okay, let's say x1, y1, z1, m1. Okay, if they all relate to x2, y2, z2, m2, then this is okay. Second, A, B. Somebody is not on mute. Okay, this two. X1, Y1, M1, M2. Okay, X2. Okay, and then Y2. Okay, and then Y2, and let's say, sorry, this is M1, M2. In this case, will they be a function?
No.
No, it has repeating values.
No, M1 repeats.
Okay, everybody agrees to that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Not a function because M1 has two values.
Okay. Anybody who disagrees to that? Everybody is okay? Yes or no?
Okay.
Yes, everybody is good.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here is the understanding we have to figure. When I said the sentence, if one particular value of x correlates with two different values of y, similarly, if one particular value of a correlates with two different values of b, then it is not a function. But what is happening in this case? The happening is one particular value corresponds to y2, another particular value also corresponds to y2.
Well,
What
that
I
part
said
is
was,
still fine. But
yes,
like you have M1 and M1, and it says if it's like M1 corresponds to M2 and M1 corresponds to Y2, then that's not right.
this is okay. Why I'm saying so? What would have been incorrect? If I say M1 equals to M2, and then I write it that this is also M3. Okay. M1 if corresponds to M2 and also M3. This is incorrect, but this is okay. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is very, very crucial point, guys. Please do not miss this. This is okay. Now, can you think like what kind of graph can it look like? Can it look like? Where two different values of x can give you a function, can still be a function, but with same value of y. Let me show it to you. Think of a graph like this. Okay, think of a graph like this. This is 0, 3, and this is also no, not 0, 3, 3. Let's say 3, 1. Let's say 3, 3, 2 can be 3. No, 3, 1, 3, 1. And this is also minus 3, 1. Okay, so you can see when x is equals to 3 or x is equals to minus 3, they both has y equals to 1. And it will still qualify to be a function. Why? Do a vertical line test. Tuck, 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 tuck. Does it qualify to be a function?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can I say this criteria is okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, but this criteria is not okay. So the third category is, you have to remember, this is, let's say, A and this is B. Okay, this A and this is B. X1, Y1, M1. Let's say X1 represents like X2, Y1 represents, okay, X1 represents also X3, and then Y1 represents, let's say, X4, Y4, or let's say Y2, and then M1 represents M2. So if I make a correspondence like this and like this, okay, and make it like X1 repetitive here, something like this, okay, or you make it like this, okay, whatever you want to make, okay, this is incorrect. Are we clear? This one is unclear. This one is okay. This one is not okay. This one is totally okay. Are we all clear what we are talking about?
Yeah, I
Yes.
understand.
Okay. Somebody wants to take a snapshot, please go ahead. Okay. Now, functions, how functions comes, how do we call it a function? What we do not call a function? We are absolutely clear. Does anybody has any doubts on the basics of functions? Anybody has any doubts? Yes, no? No
No.
doubts? Yes, no doubts. I want to hear some no doubts. I have no questions. Yes,
No
somebody has
questions.
any doubts? Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Now, next topic is how do we identify type of function? Okay. The type of function, something like there are three things that we have to understand: even function, odd function, and neither function. These three terminologies we have to understand. Okay. Now, odd, even, neither function. Right. Even is what? It has a specific criteria. If fx is equals to f of minus x, then we call it as even function. Okay, even is already written. Odd has a criteria which says fx is equals to minus of f minus x, then it is called odd. Now, in certain books it is written in a different way. Certain blogs it is written in a different way. Let me write it down for you, okay, so that you don't get confused. It can also be written as odd. F of minus x is equals to minus of x. See, if you multiply this entire equation by a minus 1, this becomes this. So do not get confused. Both are same. Am I clear, guys? Am I clear? Yes, no? Some
Yes,
yes and
sir.
no, please.
Yes.
Okay. Neither is something like not even, not odd. Okay. So if this is not satisfied, this equation, or this is not satisfied, okay, then it becomes. Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, before we come to this conclusion, let's learn about substitution of a function. How do we do substitution now? Okay. Anybody knows how to get, let's say, I say you f of 3. Okay, f of x is equals to x plus 1 by 3. Anybody knows how to find out f of minus 1 here equals to what?
Yes, I do.
1%.
Yes, I know.
Let's not hurry. Okay.
I
I
know.
do.
Okay. Anybody who's learning for the first time, sir, I'm not so sure. Anybody wants to say like that? It's just okay because we are starting. Yes, anybody? Sir, I have not learned this. Trying to understand more. Yes, anybody?
Well, I've learned this, but I'm a little iffy on it.
Okay. Anybody who are similar comments that learned this, I forgot probably.
I think
Yes,
I know the
Amruta?
steps for this.
Okay. What about
I know
Amruta?
this.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Okay. What about Lakshita, Krishna, Samhita? You guys know about this?
Know how to do this.
Yes, sir. I know.
Okay. So I believe that most of you know this. Okay. Now, the general method of doing this is you substitute this x with whatever the value over here in both the cases. So if I put x, f of minus 1, I would be simply saying substituting this x with a minus, and I will be doing plus of minus. So this becomes minus. This is what I do entire. Now, question would be, if fx is equals to f of minus x, then only I will say it is an odd function or even function. Okay, so let's try to see. I will say my function here is fx is equals to x plus 1 by x. Will this be a even function or an odd function? Anybody who wants to say?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The question is, the expression has been given as fx is equals to x plus 1 by x. Okay. We want to understand if it is an even function, odd function, or a negative function.
Okay.
Neither. I do.
Others, please.
I think it might be neither.
Okay. What is the approach to this problem? How do you solve this? First thing is,
But
let me complete this. Okay. I will put x instead of this x, I will put a minus x. So this x will also become minus x. And this will also become a minus x. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take out this minus common as a whole. So this will leave me to 1 by x. This. Are my steps clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now if you see, x plus 1 by x is originally a fx. Is it so?
yeah,
Okay. So can I actually say this is negative of fx itself?
Yeah.
yes,
What type of function
Wait.
does it become?
odd.
Odd function.
Yes. Others, please. 2% said odd. What happened? Others not following? Do I need to call out names? Guys, I don't want to call out names, guys. I just need some response.
Odd.
Response, guys.
Okay.
Are we not following? Anybody who's not following and tell me like clearly, sir, this is a tough topic. I'm not understanding. Be brave, be bold.
Can you repeat it again? Sorry.
Of course, I can do. Okay. What we did is we had an expression. Fx is equals to x plus 1 by x. Okay, it is not actually an expression. I should not be calling it as an expression. I should be calling it as a function. Because why I am writing it as function? Because it is a function representation. When I am writing this as a function representation, I assume that it passes the vertical line test. Okay. So this is a function. No problem. In other words, if I casually say it is an expression, okay, fine. If I say it is a relation, fine. That's all okay. But we know the difference between all these three terms. Okay. Now, I have to understand even, odd, neither. First thing I need to calculate is what is f of minus x. F of x is given, but f of minus x has to be calculated. Good. I did. Instead of this x, I substituted this x with a minus. Please note this. I substituted. So if I substitute a minus x over here, this becomes minus x and this also becomes minus x. And then finally, I took out a minus common here. So this, both this expression become a positive. And since x plus 1 by x is itself, you think, see this, x plus 1 by x is itself an fx. So I put a negative of fx. How many of you are clear now?
I'm clear.
Anybody who needs? Yes. Sampath, Krishna,
I'm clear.
Neeta.
I'm clear.
Okay. So this is an odd function. Okay. What about this equation? Fx is equals to x square plus x4. Is this an odd function or an even function? I would put some point of context for this particular problem. I would say Haren, Harshini, and Bhumika has to respond this. 3 people only will respond. If you do not want to solve it or has confusions, please tell me, sir, I'm not sure. Still thinking about it, still trying to sign. Haren, Bhumika, Harshini, only.
I think it might be a neither function.
Okay. Okay.
I
Comments
think
are all
it might be-
welcome.
I think you might
Yes.
be
Even function. Okay. What about others? Bhumika?
I think it might be even.
It might be even. Okay. Now, what is anybody who, among you three want to share what we have done to understand? Might means some logic must be there, right? Anything that you put as a logic. No guesswork.
So I
Yes, Haren.
so I substituted negative x for both the x values, and
Very
then when
good.
you simplify them out, you end up getting the same original expression. So that's why I
Very
did
good. Right. Very good. Now, as I said, you simply go ahead and do this. F of minus x is equals to, substitute x with a minus x, it becomes minus x square plus minus x whole 4. You just simply substituted x with minus x. That's all. If you do minus of x whole square, you will only get x square. And if you do minus x whole 4, you will only get x4, which is also equals to fx. So this becomes what?
An even function.
Even.
Okay. Now, let's take an example of an example. But let me see how many of you can solve this. Is it an either function? Yes or no?
I think it,
Can you repeat the question?
Question is in front of you, sir. What type of function is this? Number 3.
odd function.
I think it's odd function too.
It might
Yes,
be
Sudha?
odd.
It might be an odd function. What about others? Arushi, Ikshita.
Yeah. Wait, what? This is a little confusing. It's probably odd, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. Yes,
Yes,
it is odd. It is odd. Why? F of minus x, if you substitute it as minus x whole cube plus minus x, okay? Minus x, since the power is an odd integer here, it is going to land up as negative x only. Negative of x cube. And this plus and minus x becomes minus. So I can take a minus common. This becomes x cube plus x. So this becomes a negative of fx only. So see, f of minus x equals to minus of fx. Am I making sense here?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is clear why it is an either function? Sorry, why it is an odd function? Everybody is clear?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in this same example, if I put a plus 1 here, okay, it is going to be like a plus 1 here. And this is going to be a plus 1. Okay. Now, in this case, when you have this expression, even if you take a negative common out, it will become x cube plus x plus 1. So this becomes minus of fx. Is this also odd?
Wouldn't it be -1? Because you're taking the minus out.
Is this an odd? Yes, no, no, yes.
No,
Is this not odd?
no.
Yes.
Yes. Bhumika, Akash, Aditi. Is this odd or is it not odd?
Did you say my name?
Yes, yes, all of you. There are 2 Aditis in this batch. I hope not. Okay.
I think there are.
There are. Okay. I will have to call out Aditi Kumar. Let me call out Aditi Kumar. Is this odd or this is even? Or is it neither? Or I have
Which
done it
one?
correctly? Number 3.
Oh, I already said it's odd.
It's odd. Okay. How about Lakshita Prabhakar?
I said it's neither.
Okay. Samhita, Sampath.
I think it's odd.
Okay.
I said it's odd.
Okay. So whoever has said me odd, please take a look very, very carefully. If you take out a minus from here, this cannot be a positive. Okay. It has to become a negative. Think about it. It is a very, very crucial step here. Okay. See, you had a plus 1, then you took a common out of negative. So to become this again a positive, you have to put this as a negative. And as soon as you put a negative here, it is no longer an fx. Think about it. Okay. So in this case, you cannot say this is minus of fx. Does it make sense or no?
Yes.
Why can't you say
It's not clear here.
x? I don't get it.
Is this expression clear?
Yeah.
This expression is clear. With this
Yeah.
expression, can you correlate this expression with fx or no? Think about this expression or this expression, maybe doesn't matter. Can you go back and correlate with fx with this or no?
I don't think
No.
so.
No, I
If
get
you
it.
cannot correlate, then you cannot say it is fx, you cannot say it is minus fx. Fx is also not possible, minus of fx is not possible, because this cannot be correlated back with the function fx. That is why this is a neither function. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
What do you mean by correlate?
Correlate means what I'm trying to say is x cube plus x minus 1. Here the expression is x cube plus x plus 1. Okay. So this expression and this expression are different. So this cannot be correlated with a function directly.
Okay.
So any of this rule will not be happy. This rule or this rule, whatever we learn, will not be happy with the neither function. And that is why we are saying this is the neither function. Are we clear? Anybody is clear? Anybody wants to take a snapshot? Please go ahead. Please go ahead with this snapshot. Okay. Now, so guys, this is some start of the functions, some general start of what we do in actually doing any kind of like functions related problems. Okay, now let me try to show you what kind of problems are we generally look for in the SAT. Okay, let's see if this is this is more of a graphical problem. We'll come to that topic. This is not possible. This is functions graph. Okay, I don't think I have more of algebraic related plane geometry. Okay, I think I have to pull it from my notes here. Okay, let's do this. Some of the common questions that are being asked. Okay, most of the time, the common questions are being asked with function algebra. Okay, but for function algebra, okay, we'll have some rules, but let's practice something which is very generic. Let's say you have f of x given as x minus 1 by x. Will you be able to calculate f of minus 5 with this?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
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 You'll be able to calculate it, right? Very easily you'll be able to calculate. Okay. Now, another thing is, this is a sample, very easy sample. If I say f of x is equals to 2x minus 1, and there is another function called gx equals to x square, and if I ask you f of gx is equals to what, then what do you do? Confusion?
Yeah, substitute x square.
I'll come to you, Arushi. I'll come to you. Others, please. Did
I
you all
agree.
understand this question that I raised?
Yeah, I agree with Arushi.
Okay. Others, please.
Yeah, you just put the x word into the f of x.
Okay. Others, please. Not many answers that I got.
Gx is equal to x squared, so substitute x squared into fx, and that's how you solve it.
Okay. Okay. Others, please. I'm looking for an answer from all of you, not just 1 or 2%. Anybody who is not.
I agree with.
Okay. So we know that we have to do something like substituting whatever the gx value is inside that function. What would be the final answer? Somebody knows about the final answer?
Wait, is x an exponent in f of gx, or is it just multiplied?
It is not, it is x square. It is x
Okay.
square. Yes,
No,
anybody?
this third one. Is it an exponent? Like when you say
Which
f,
one?
the third one.
F
Yeah.
of this is f within function, it is a gx. It is not an
Okay.
exponent. Yes. Okay. In this particular case, what we do is f gx means f gx as a whole is x square. So I will put x square. So f of x square, if we put, okay, I'm going to use this expression now. So this x is substituted by what? X square. So we have to finally calculate what is f of x square, which becomes 2 of x square minus 1. 2x square minus 1. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody who is not clear? Anybody who did not understand this? Okay. Now, there could be some level of exponents involved in it. Some level. It depends on the type of question. For example, I say hx is equals to 3 to the power x minus 6. Something like this. Okay. What is h4 equals to what? Will everybody be able to do it?
3 to the negative second.
Okay. And what does it mean? 3 to the power minus second. What does it mean?
That would be a fraction.
How?
There'll be
How
a
is the
square
fraction?
root within it.
Because it's a negative value, so it will go to the bottom. So it would be like 1/9.
Okay. That's from Arushi. Others, please.
I agree with Arshi.
Okay. Others, please.
Which problem are we on again?
Somebody's lost.
That's a 4, right? Not a 6.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Okay. Let me solve this one. H4 is nothing but I'm going to substitute. Instead of this x, I'm going to substitute this. 3 to the power minus 2. 3 to the power minus 2 is nothing but 1 by 3 square. This becomes 1 by 9. Is everybody clear on this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who has any doubt here in this particular problem? Yes. Anybody? Okay. I will give you another sample problem. Actually, it's a very good problem. There is a question which says hx is equals to ax square. Okay. Ax square minus 7. And it has been given h of minus 3 equals to some value has been given. That value is 29. Ask is h of half equals to what? This is actually a SAT problem. I don't want an answer here. I want to know how many of you think that they can do it.
I think I can do it.
One person.
I'll try.
I think I
Second
can do
person.
it.
I
Two
think I can
person.
do it.
I think I can do it, but just with maybe some time.
Okay. 3 or 4 people. What happened to others? If you are not able to do it, please unmute yourself and say loudly, sir, I don't think I'll be able to do it.
I think I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say I can do it, I may come back asking what are the steps. So just don't follow your friends. Okay. You have to be like, at least you should have a start that yes, I know what to do. Okay. Amruta, how about you? Do you think that you can do it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's a perfect okay answer. There's no problem.
I think I can do
Neeta,
it.
Prabhakar,
I know how to
Akash?
do it.
Yeah, I said I can. I think I can do it.
Somebody said I cannot do it. Who was that? I don't know.
I can do it.
Okay.
Yep, I can do it.
Okay, Samhita and Sampath, how about you?
I said I can do it.
Okay. Sampath, I would like you to give me some startup on this one. What do you think?
So first, I would say, first you would find what A is, so you can know how to solve. So you substitute x for -3, so you get 8 times -9 times, -7. So then, yeah, I'm stuck on there.
Okay, no problem. Amruta, how about you? What do you think about this problem? Where is the start for this?
I think you would start by putting in -3 where x is.
Okay. After that, do you think you have the steps or no? You can
No,
say
I'm not sure.
Okay. Bhumika, how about you? Bhumika and Akash?
So what I would do is substitute -3 for x, and put it equated to 29 and solve for a.
Mhm.
And then I would put to solve the question, which is h of half. I would when I solve for a, I would put that into a and substitute 1/2 for x and solve it.
Ikshita, how about you? Akshita, there's one more name.
I think I know how to solve this.
Thank you, sir.
No, I mean, like, could I try this?
Okay, you can try, sir. Let me call out other names. Bhumika, how about you? Bhumika and Ikshita.
I'm not so sure, but I can maybe solve it, but it probably would be wrong.
Okay.
I can try to.
Is the
Okay, you
answer
can try.
negative?
Okay. Okay. So guys, here is the thing. This is something I would say it's probably a little bit of SAT level, I would say. Not at a tougher SAT, a standard SAT. Okay. So here is the thing. You see there is an A which is sort of creating the problem here. Okay. What you generally do is you already know h of -3 equals to 29 that has been given. So I will use this expression. I will say h of -3. That means I'm substituting x as -3. I'm going to put a -3 whole square minus. This becomes 9a minus. Now 9a minus 7, the value has come up already from the second equation. Let's call it as a first equation. Let's call it as a second equation. Call it as a third one to find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say h of -3 is 29. So this is when 29 goes to this. So 9a, which is going to be like 36. 9a equals to 36. A equals to 4. So I got this constant value, a equals to 4. Now when I got this a as a constant value, I'm going to modify this expression as hx is equals to, I'll simply put 4 back here instead of a, make it x square minus 7. Now it is more easier to me to find h of half. This becomes 4 half square minus 7. So this becomes 4 multiplied by 1 by 4 minus 7. So 1 minus 7, that is equals to -6. How many of you were able to follow this?
Me.
I was
Can I
able to.
take a screenshot of this?
I got it.
Yes, of course, you can take a screenshot. Okay. So guys, I think we just kind of like went over some of the functions, definitions, relations, how to define those functions. Okay. We also understood like what is odd, even, and neither functions. We also did a little bit of function as well. Okay. In the next session, we will be going over different types of problems, and then I'll be jumping over to the domain, and then I'll be going over the range, and then I'll be showing you some graphical problems, how to deal with those kind of problems. Okay. So anybody has any questions related to functions?
Actually, this is sort of related to functions. Are we gonna have any work over this?
Work in the sense what?
Like, assignments for this?
Yeah, I'm going to assign the first worksheet for you people, but there is there's a lot of collection over here. So that is why I would say that if you find that all those kinds of questions are like similar ones, don't do all of the problems. Just do like some of the problems like that. Okay. So
Okay.
let me I'm assigning first worksheet would be odd and even functions. Okay, and determining it with the help of values and all that we learned today. Okay, so that is something that I would like you to think about it and try to solve them. Okay, it's a good collection of problems, guys, and it will give you a very fundamentally, it will make you stronger that what is this functions all about, and it's totally based on what we have learned today. Okay, anybody has any doubts, please let me know.
Sir,
I don't have a
go ahead.
I don't have a question on these, but I will still have that question from the complex fractions, question number 9.
Okay, Arushi, I would ask you to just wait after I ask everybody else to draw. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, that worksheet has been assigned. If you want to go ahead and take a look at your FlexiQuiz accounts, okay, you would be able to see that worksheet. Okay. And that's a very good one. And let me see if I can give you something extra in hand, because although this is not required, but I'll put that function algebra also at the same time. Okay. I think this is going to be a good worksheet for you. So let me assign that as well. So I am assigning 2 worksheets, guys. And as I told you guys, this is for you if you want to like deep down inside the topic and make yourself like very comfortable with lots of practice. These worksheets are going to help you a lot. At the same time, if somebody do not want to solve too many questions, if it's busy, I would say at least 10 problems in each worksheet. Please try to do that. Okay. So I have assigned to the Mondays group. Sorry, not Mondays group actually. This should go back. This is a Sundays group, Sunday morning group. Okay. Does everybody sees 2 worksheet under their account? Anybody can confirm, log in into that and just confirm me.
Yeah, I see them.
You saw them? How is the problems, Arushi? Are you seeing that it's like all doable and what we learned?
Oh, look.
Yes.
I didn't like look into it. I just saw that the 2 worksheets.
There could be some problem which may be a little tricky, a little tough. That's just totally fine. We are here to discuss those. Don't worry about it. Okay, so guys, we are already on the top of the hour. Let's do this. Feel free to drop. And if you have any questions, you want to discuss something, you want to ask any questions, please stay back. Bye-bye.
Thank you.